Yeah, well, this stablecoin bill passing is really a financial revolution for America. It means that crypto can finally start updating the financial system, especially for our payments, which are running on these creaky old systems that are decades old. Now every payment in our economy can be fast and cheap and global, under 1 second and 1 cent anywhere in the world. So this is a huge milestone for crypto.
The Genius Act provides banks, businesses, and financial institutions a framework for issuing crypto assets backed one for one with real U.S. dollars, Treasury bills, and other cash equivalents. It's really strengthening the dollar and giving the dollar great prominence. And, you have this little group called BRICS. It's fading out fast. But BRICS is, they wanted to try and take over the dollar, the dominance of the dollar and the standard of the dollar. And I said, anybody that's in the BRICS consortium of nations, we're going to tariff you 10%. And they had a meeting the following day, and almost nobody showed up. They said, "Leave me alone. We didn't want to. They didn't want to be tariffed, did they, Howard?" Huh? So it's amazing. Now, this will increase demand for U.S. Treasuries, lower interest rates, and secure the dollar's status as the world's reserve currency for generations to come. The reserve currency is so important. If we lost that, that would be like losing a world war. We can never let anyone play games with us, and that's why. When I heard about this group from BRICS, 6 countries basically, I hit them very, very hard. And if they ever really form in a meaningful way, it will end very quickly. I will tell you, for them, they won't be gone very long. I don't think they'll even do it. They're virtually afraid to meet.
For foreign issuers to issue into the U.S. unregulated for 3 years. I think that's a really big risk here. It essentially puts U.S. companies that are coming through the front door at a disadvantage. And I was watching earlier this week when Bob Diamond said, look, the mature companies want to be regulated.
Right.
By giving this 3-year exemption for foreign issuers. Yes. Right. It's a really big loophole in Genius. Part of it is just there's time between enactment and when the act becomes effective. That's 18 months. And then they've built in another 18 months.
Why would we give, overseas entities
issuers
a break that you don't have to meet the same standards that you do if you're doing it from the United States?
It's an important question. It's something I think a lot of regulators and others have been highlighting as a real important defect.
That's a good question.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. But we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten. And more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we had Bitcoin and crypto get a good pump last week. Of course, crypto week, but what was not talked about was ISO. It wasn't talked about at all. Now, we pulled back yesterday, guys. Don't forget, we had options. And then, of course, right now, I'm pulling back. I do see us moving up slightly going into tomorrow. And then, of course, guys, we have CME that opens every Sunday night. Now, don't forget, this coming Friday, we have futures contracts ending. And we know it's going to be in the billions. Futures helped us get a good pump. And that means it's going to help us pull back. Now, Bitcoin ETFs are getting solid inflows. And if that keeps up, the dump won't be as bad. Now, of course, if those inflows turn to outflows, and then plus futures contracts ending, that means we're going to have a bigger pullback. But guys, let's make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators and the moving pieces. Now, we had yield rates yesterday down. We had the dollar down. We have volume in crypto right now down. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Charles Schwab says they eventually have a stable coin. And I do see eventually these big banks having a stable coin as one together. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed repo at $199 billion yesterday. Make sure you pull it on a daily basis during the week. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates higher for longer to destroy this legacy market, so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we have the mainstream media pushing a narrative that Trump wants Powell to resign or get fired. And Trump, of course, is playing the Hegelian dialectic, because he knows we're paying $1 trillion just to service this debt. And then on top of it, we have to refinance close to $10 trillion at the end of this year. And that's the reason why this stablecoin bill was so important. And that's the reason why Trump bought up the BRICS. Because while the United States is going to be losing value, we also have a lot of countries getting off the dollar, which is going to put more pressure on the Treasury market. And they want these stablecoin issuers to save the day. But these stablecoin issuers don't have enough liquidity when these BRICS nations pull the rug from the dollar. And of course, crypto is going to take the blame of the fall of this legacy market. You can already see it being set up. The narrative is that Trump allowed these stablecoin issuers to come in, which helped devalue the dollar. But they're not going to blame the Fed when they printed 80% of all money in existence in 2 years, which destroyed the dollar. The only thing that's holding this dollar up right now, of course, are the central banks. And the central banks are buying up gold because they know this fiat currency is over. And that's the reason why it's such a rush to move everything digital, not just money, but also goods. And when everything goes digital, it'll be a rise of the emerging markets. And of course, the BRICS nations are leading that, with China, with that digital yuan backed by that digital SDR. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin spot ETFs down at close, Ethereum spot ETFs up at close. And we have Bitcoin ETFs get 363 million in net inflows, and Ethereum 402 million in net inflows yesterday. And like I stated, if these inflows can stay consistent, this Friday won't be as bad. But if we start seeing outflows, we know we're going to have a bigger pullback. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have May Pharma raises $100 million to launch a Litecoin Treasury strategy and becomes the first publicly traded company to hold Litecoin. And I'm surprised that it took that long. We know Litecoin has been around forever, a fork of Bitcoin, and Litecoin is still great for cross-border payments. Now we have Peter Thiel-backed crypto exchange Bullish files for an IPO. And again, we're starting to see crypto take over the stock market. And then we also have Jack Dorsey's Block joins the S&P 500. And this is just a gateway to all these stocks being tokenized and put on blockchain. There are plenty of stocks that they could choose from instead of putting Coinbase or Block inside the S&P 500. But we know the plan. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, we have Trump signing the Genius Bill, help make the United States the crypto capital of the world. And of course, Brian Armstrong was there. And those who've been with me from the beginning know I used to do a lot of videos on Brian Armstrong because he was planning out this new digital economy, telling us exactly what the mission was, and we saw the plan get fulfilled. And he says by Trump signing this Genius Bill, it officially starts the financial revolution in the U.S. And we know this is facts. And this generation is going to be put in the history books. People are going to look back and ask, what were these people doing when all this was happening? They couldn't see this. And with Babylon 2.0, we stay distracted on things that don't matter, and a small group of men move billions in the wrong direction. But those who are conscious, those who understand the plan, will end up on the right side of history. And that's the reason why it's so important for you to get yourself educated and then also have a close relationship with the Creator, so therefore you can start creating. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. Long COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.